I support Peter Obi. I believe he will be the best candidate for ADC. The impression is being made as if people from the southeast are not supporting Peter Obi. Everybody is already waiting for Peter to be given the ticket so that they can cast their vote. Everybody knows that Peter is in everybody's mind. Any genuine Democrat knows that Peter is the person who should be the candidate. And I challenge anybody who is opposed to Peter. Tell me one politician in the history of Nigeria who has been scrutinized as much as Peter and has not been found wanting. None. I believe that if I am scrutinized as much as Peter, they will find me wanting. There is no politician in Nigeria who you can scrutinize as much as Peter Obi has been scrutinized, and he has not been found in any way, found wanting in any way. So what is wrong in being a clean guy? The only offense of Peter is that people are saying that it's not rugged, it's not brutal, it's not cunning. And I'm asking, why should he be brutal? Why should he be cunning? Why should he brutalize other people in order to win power? And he says, if I'm coming to serve you, I don't have to give you money. Peter has changed the face of politics in Nigeria. I challenge you to go out there and inquire. Peter's coming into the race has demystified the power of money in Nigerian politics. This is the only election that people are this close to primaries, and they have not sold a leg and an arm to win election. A lot of people are copying Peter's model of, I know they give shishi. He has transformed the political space. How many people have spent so much money? Before now, everybody would have spent a truckload of money. They would have sold a leg and an arm. The only accusation people are giving against Peter is that he has changed political parties. Is there any other one? And I can tell you, every other person is as guilty on that same issue. Let us start with Tinubu. He was a member of AD. He moved over to AC, Action Congress. He moved over to ACN, Action Congress of Nigeria. And then he ended up now in APC, All Progressive Congress. Is it not 4 political parties? 4. Alliance for Democracy, Action Congress of Nigeria, and All Progressive Congress.
Someone can argue that all these ones are like 5 and 6.
Which one is 5 and 6? Is AD the same thing as ACN?
Metamorphosed to ACN.
No, it's AD. When AC was in existence, AD was still in existence. He was driven out of AD by Obasanjo. So why didn't he stay there and resist? AD existed side by side with AC. I was in AC with him. So if, like Wike was arguing, that Peter couldn't stay in his party and fight, why didn't Tinubu stay in AD and fight? Why did he run to AC? Because he needed to go into a party where he will have more people joining in the fighting squad. Why did he go into ACN? Because he needed to have more people be part of the struggle. Why did he go to APC? Is APC the same as ACN? APC had CPC, people in APGA, people in DPN, and all the rest of them coming together. So when they make all these allegations against Peter, you see they have nothing to say against Peter. Even Peter's case is far better than that of Wike, who said that how can he leave PDP and go to APC, that is cancer. Meanwhile, he's saying that he's the leader of APC, the cancerous party he talked about. So you can't fault Peter. And we are talking about cleaning the stable. So we need somebody who is clean, decent, and somebody who has a human face, and somebody we can approach as president Somebody who is not going to be in a position to bully us. That is the kind of person we want as president today. The person who has recognized our problem and in Nigeria put it in black and white, that we must move from consumption to production. Every single thing in this country is imported. Peter says, no, we can't continue like that. And what is Tinubu's response to it? Build more ports, expand more ports, so that more products can be imported. We are talking about producing to also sell to the people who have been selling to us. You can't stay and consume all the time and not allow people to buy from your product.
All right. President Tinubu has argued that those who can't see his achievements, his reforms, probably need eyeglasses to see clearly. What are your thoughts?
I didn't know that he has become an optometrist. But you can also see that it is possible that his own eyeglasses may be bad. I think he might be using a different eyeglass from the rest of Nigerians. It's high time he gets perhaps a bifocal lens to enable him to see the mess he has made out of Nigeria. When Tinubu stepped forward to become president of Nigeria, and everybody was taunting what he did in Lagos, I always told people that there are only two things, only one thing Tinubu did, and the only way he understands the economy and how to fix it is simple. Tax, more tax, additional tax, further tax, additional, further, and more tax. That's Tinubu's only understanding of economics. Beyond tax, more tax, additional tax, further tax. Tinubu doesn't know what next to do with the economy. And who is he going to tax? The man you're coming to tax is already bare bones. So what is he doing? Lagos to Ibadan. Tell us how many kilometers he has done so far under his first tenure. Lagos to Badagry. Tell us how far you have gone. What is the project you want us to see? Do we need glasses to know that we have insecurity in the country and it is worse under Tinubu? Do we need glasses to know that there is no electricity in this country and that himself said, if he does not give us power, we should not vote for him? Do we need glasses to know that there is inflation and we can no longer buy things in the market? Do we need glasses to see the meter when we go to buy fuel, that the price has now increased to 1,400 naira per liter? Is it him that pays our bill when we go to the meter to buy petrol? So why do we need glasses to see the meter? Is it not from our pocket that we are paying? Do we need glasses to know that people are fleeing from this country out of hunger? What glasses is he talking about? If he wants to do, if his own glasses are giving him problem, I think he should approach an optometrist to give him a better lens so that he can see clearly the damage he has done to Nigerians.
Once again, talking about the opposition and gatherings and summits, we've seen quite a number of them before. We saw them in 2010, we saw them in 2014, saw them in 2018. Some delivered and most failed. What do you think the 2026 edition of these summits of opposition is different from the ones that failed?
I am one of those who say to the opposition, I like the way Tinubu is fighting the opposition political parties. Nobody has fought opposition as brutally as Tinubu is doing, by suffocating Labour Party, by suffocating PDP, by trying to take hold of every other opposition political group. That will bring out the best out of the opposition groups. I like the way he has even started putting some of the opposition leaders in detention. Now he has put away Nasir El-Rufai to show Nasiru that he's worried about him being out there, mobilizing and organizing. I like the way he has put Malami in detention. And I think he should come after more and more of us. In fact, possibly he should come and also arrest me and arrest the entire leadership of the opposition. Because I believe that from the ashes of the ruins he wants to make out of opposition, people will rise up to resist him. It has happened many times in our past. History will not stop in 2027. Nigerians will resist Tinubu's brutality. We do not want a king as president of Nigeria. We do not want one-party rule. We do not want one-man rule. Even Tinubu should be ashamed that he has gotten this far. I showed you the other day a video where he was speaking when we were in ACN transforming to APC. I was holding the microphone for him. By 1995, he was invited to World Conference on Democracy that held in Washington, D.C. 31 years ago. Fortunately, I was there with him to argue that the world should help us to remove the military dictators that were straddling the affairs of Nigeria. Can Tinubu say that this is what he's doing today by stifling opposition is what we have been fighting for all the period we were in AC, ACN, and APC? And let me tell you, let us put it in black and white. As of today, ABACHA is better than Tinubu. Put side by side, ABACHA is better than Tinubu because at least ABACHA didn't pretend that he owned the 5 political parties. ABACHA didn't try to destroy the judiciary as much as this government is destroying the judiciary. Compared to ABACHA, ABACHA is better than Tinubu because Tinubu is pretending that he's a Democrat. He's pretending that he's a progressive and has deceived people to this point where he is fighting any political party that he believes would profile a candidate against his presidential election. And do you know why Tinubu is opposed to the other political parties or other presidential candidates running against him? Because he doesn't have the health and the energy to go out there to campaign. The campaigns will expose him as ill-fitted to continue to operate as president of Nigeria. He will not be able to do it. And do you know why he doesn't want P2B? Because in one day, Peter might go to 3 states and it will expose the fact that he's not capable because he won't be able to go to 2 states in 1 week effectively and campaign. That is the truth. So I want to assure Nigerians, do not be afraid. We have passed this route before. We cannot be bullied. Every dictator who has attempted to lord it over us in Nigeria has been defeated in the past. And this one will also be defeated.
Lest I forget, we are almost approaching the elections. We are almost like 8 months from the elections. And the call for the INEC chairman has almost died down. In your own assessment, if the man refuses to resign and Tinubu refuses to fire him, what should be the plan B of the opposition?
Resist it. Resist it by every means necessary. If Amopitro, the INEC chairman, conducts this election, he would rig it. You will have more crisis. If you conduct 2027 election with this dubious electoral act that has just been amended by this present National Assembly, nothing will come out of it. Nothing good can come out of it. So all the opposition political parties should quickly transform to vibrant opposition political parties and distinguish for themselves those who are pro-Tinubu and those who are really opposition. And those who are pro-Tinubu, like the Tinubu faction of PDP, should go ahead and follow Tinubu. While the other genuine opposition should be prepared to transform into a resistant movement that must resist all these things. We cannot sheepishly walk into the next election. It is a landmine. It is unacceptable. I like it that when ADC could not secure the Eagle Square, could not secure the Dome or the MKO Abiola Stadium, that when they even got an event center and the government attempted to stop the event center, we said, do it on the road, block the road and do it. That is the resistance. And when they got into the event center and the electricity was cut, they should proceed, and they proceeded to do it. You don't need electricity. Nigerians don't have electricity. People were complaining about heat. What is wrong with it? Nigerians are suffocating. So that is how a resistant movement is born. Their leaders should be willing to offer themselves for arrest and detention. Chubu Okadibo joined Buhari in a march where he was tear gassed and he died in the process. It is one of the sacrifices you make in building a democracy. You don't pick democracy on the road. Democracy must be won by struggle. And those who don't have the courage to lead the struggle can now flee in exile and begin the campaign abroad. There is a lot to be done. Those who will stay here resist it, those who will go outside the country to resist it, and those who will be in different areas resisting it. Opposition political parties must transform to resistant movement. ANC was a resistant movement and a political party to contest election. So ADC should be a resistant movement against this government and an opposition political party to contest election. The people on the streets fighting for you. So the leaders should be fighting for themselves. The workers should be fighting for themselves. And they should reach agreement with all the groups they are expecting their support. Not the leaders. Not the leaders. So that they can show that if they get into power, that things like amending the Electoral Act and putting the kind of laws that are required will be taken for granted. So that they can prove by way of struggle that this is how we are going to do it. So whatever you're going to say, nobody should say things in electoral campaigns for the purpose of winning election and moving on. Like Tinubu has said, if I don't give you electricity, don't vote for me. And he thinks he can wish it away. It is a contract with the people. He signed a contract with the people that if he does not give them electricity, come next election, that they should vote him out. So he has failed on his own side of the contract. So the people must now deliver their own side of the contract by voting him out. And anybody who is saying anything in the contrary is talking nonsense. He signed a contract with the people to guarantee that he will deal with the issue of insecurity. Insecurity has worsened. It is a contract. Whatever you say to people during election campaign is a contract with the whole world. And the people must take it seriously. And that is why they are presently worried. Because the economy is in shambles.
Let's wrap up with this. We are calling on Nigerians to come out en masse and vote, even though a lot of Nigerians are measurably disappointed with what happened in 2023. They came out en masse to vote, but unfortunately, their votes did not count. A lot of persons believe their votes, they were robbed and their votes did not count. Why do you think a young Nigerian who feels his vote did not count in 2023 should be out again to vote in 2027?
Because the political parties they were supporting were mere reform political parties. I have said that I want to be marked as saying so, that these political parties must graduate to resistant movements. No amount of reform can change Nigeria. Nigeria is overripe for a revolution. And you can't transform the revolution through reform. You must move into a resistant movement so that the people must be prepared to resist every arm of government that wants to stifle their right to have freedom and democracy. Be it the army. Nigerians should be ready to resist them, or else you will die. Be it the police, security agencies, be it INEC, be it the judiciary, whether they call themselves Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, or whatever, people should resist them. Let them know that you can't do it and get away with it. Prove to them that you can't do it and get away with it. And if you do it, you won't get away with it.
How many people share these their thoughts?
Too many people share these thoughts. Because those who think they can find a solution in escaping through the Mediterranean, many have died in the Mediterranean. So many young Nigerians who lost the courage to fight decided to escape through the Mediterranean. They died there. So many who thought they could escape through Sahara Desert. Many have died in the Sahara Desert. So many who thought they could flee to Ghana have been beaten up and killed in Ghana. So many who ran away to South Africa have been killed in South Africa. So many who are in different parts of the world are undergoing all manner of torture. Some who decided to go through negative ways of doing drugs are in prisons. Some of them who decided to do Yahoo are also in prisons. So everybody has been pushed to the wall. Once you're pushed to the wall, you resist. You don't continue to give excuses. You don't continue to throw lame boxes. You resist by every means necessary. Every means necessary. And that is the only way you can survive this government. And when you are resisting it, and anybody tries to tell you to do anything the contrary, remind them that Buhari resisted the Obasanjo regime and used it to win power. Remind them that Tinubu, don't be afraid of Tinubu. I am one of those who went to Dubai alongside this Tinubu to invite Nuhu Ribadu to come and be the presidential candidate of ACN. 10 of us. Tinubu, Bisi Akonde, Segun Oshoba, Osibanjo, Babafemi Ojodu, Rauf Aregbesola, Kayode Fayemi, my humble self, and Senator Lansadao. 10 of us went to invite Nuhu Ribadu. And when Nuhu Ribadu came to campaign in Owerri, when we were saying that the electoral process must be cleaned up, he came from my house. So you think I will allow myself to be bullied and intimidated by Tinubu? Allow myself to be bullied and intimidated by Nuhu Ribadu? When we fought against the June 12 struggle, did I not work on the same platform with Dele Alake, who is now present Minister for Mines? Did I not bring a book on how we will build our own pirate radio stations to challenge FRCN? Dele Alake, did we not share such information? Did I not leave a copy with you? Did I not get it through people in outside who were involved in resistance movements? We will resist them. They think we have all become lame because we have all grown a little older. They think they are, come and put us in prison if you think you want to stop us. We will resist you and we will win. At all times when dictators have come like this, they have always been defeated. The template that Tinubu is using to run Nigeria today is the Wike template. That is Wike's template with which he got into power for second term as governor of Rivers State, which was the template of using INEC, using the judiciary, using security agencies to muzzle every political party out of the democratic space so that only you will be on the ballot and only you can win the election. That template may have worked for Wike in Rivers State, but Rivers State is not Nigeria. Immediately, Wike got into Tinubu's government. I know the reason why he was invited is so that he can come and sell that template. Tinubu, you have bought a bitter pill. you can't swallow it. You can't force it down the throat of Nigerians. We won't accept it. We will resist you, and we certainly will defeat you, and there will be democracy, multi-party democracy in this country, and you will not be the king of Nigeria.